the issue of not enough space in secondary schools in Shoreham for pupils, meaning that some are having to take the train to Worthing to go to school. If you remember, an independent report found West Sussex County Council knew about the shortage of places 6 years ago, but showed a lack of urgency in tackling it. Here's Mum Jade Sover talking to us on the first day of school back in September.
The school isn't next to the train station when they get into Worthing. They've still got another 20-minute walk. And that is a lot to ask, I think, of any 11-year-old when they haven't had much time to prepare for it, let alone these cohorts that have, they've had a couple of years of homeschooling and are a bit more emotionally immature than maybe they would have been at this point.
So what's happened now is that West Sussex County Council has been able to create 70 more spaces at Lancing's Sir Robert Woodard Academy for next year. Let's get some reaction to that. Alistair Reid, someone who works in education locally and set up FAST, Future of Ada Schools team. Alistair, morning to you.
Good morning.
Hiya. So your reaction to 70 more school places in the Shoreham Lancing vicinity?
Yeah, just to pick up for one thing, West Sussex haven't created 70 more spaces. There's no new buildings, there's no new classrooms. The school has decided unilaterally to take 70 extra more kids, which is above their admissions. So they're kind of like taking it on the chin. They're kind of helping the community. That's going to be put quite a lot of pressure on them in terms of facilities and, lunch times and all that sort of stuff. But, this isn't the result of something West Sussex has done. And in fact, lots of the promises West Sussex have made to the local community still have yet to be put in place.
That's interesting to hear. So these extra 70 pupils in the intake for next September in Year 7, that means that all the classes they currently have will be expanded in terms of pupils, but same rooms, same buildings.
Exactly.
What do you think of that?
To be honest, if you're a parent who is got a child in Year 6 currently and applying to secondary school 2024, it's good news in the sense there are a greater number of places than there were at the start of the week, but it still didn't address any of the fundamental underlying things about travel, about physical capacity, about catchment areas, which basically are all highlighted in the 52-page exhilarating report which their consultant did for West Sussex. And, there's lots of talk about meetings, and I think the parents who've been living with this for 7 years are fed up about hearing about meetings, and we want to hear about action.
Okay. And also, we shouldn't forget that cohort of pupils who started in the Worthing schools this September, who are travelling from Shoreham and Lancing over to Worthing. Are they going to be repatriated, if you like, into the schools locally?
It's a very good point, and there's one bunch of people I feel particularly sorry for is that bunch, because they're the kind of forgotten crew, and they kind of hope that at least some more kids would come over from Shoreham. That's probably not going to happen. So, and they've been left without any transport, despite the council saying that they would look into options. And there's currently, in the summer, they were saying going to do a travel review, but they're still kind of stuck. Many with an hour commute to school, miles away from their community and separated from their friends and all that sort of stuff. So that they have got the wrong end of the deal.
That sounds like that's going to continue. It doesn't sound like there's a solution to that. They'll continue perhaps all the way through their high school education, making that trip from Shoreham to Worthing each day.
100%.
What's next, Alistair?
Well, as I said, the council's making noise because this solution about 70 places, which is initiated by the school, that is only ever going to be a one-year solution. They can't do that again, so it's a short-term sticking plaster again, and it doesn't address any of the fundamental issues. So we're keeping the pressure on the council. We've put in a formal letter into them, formal complaint about why there's been no action and no accountability since their own report highlighted all their failures. And we are waiting for a response on that. It's been over 2 weeks. We wrote to the leader of the council, and we've said that if we don't get a fuller response by the end of the month, we're going to take them to the local government ombudsman, which are the body you go to escalate complaints if the council don't deal with it.
Keep us up to date with that. Just I'm trying to work this out in my head as you're speaking there. So for the next intake in September of next year into Year 7, 70 extra pupils in that one school at Sir Robert Woodard's Academy. How many classes in that year? I mean, even if there's 3 or 4, that's nearly 15 to 20 pupils extra in each class, isn't it?
So, I mean, how they arrange it, you'll have to talk to the school. But yeah, undoubtedly, it will put extra pressure on facilities. There will be larger class sizes, so yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's not ideal.
Yeah, maybe we'll chat to the school and see how they're going to manage that. Thanks for now, Alistair Reid there from the Future of Ada Schools team.